Sobolev here with Super Savvy Travelers. Today, Pete and I are on the last little bits of our cruise here on the Azamara pursuit, and we're just so relaxed and having a wonderful time. And I started writing a blog post, which I'm going to write, but I wanted to tell you what it is. It's basically why Azamara cruises rise above the rest as far as cruising goes. Now, yes, you do pay a bit more for these types of cruises, but it's a completely different experience than any of the other cruise lines like Royal Caribbean and Holland and those other ones. Those are nice too, but this is totally different. So what is it that sets Azamara above the rest as far as luxury cruising goes? First of all, the accommodations are really high-end. As you can see, all throughout the ship are beautiful touches everywhere. And in fact, we're on the top of the ship. It's so comfortable here. The carpet is soft, the furnishings are soft. You could just sit here for days and you're looking out at the just endless blue Mediterranean from the front of the ship. It's just gorgeous. So the touches here really make things special. Also, our stateroom is pretty big. We were able to store away our luggage, which we had 3 good-sized pieces of luggage, and we were able to put them all in the closet, which is kind of unusual for a cruise ship. Most of the time it's pretty tight, right? So this one is very nice. We have room to move around. We have a beautiful stateroom. The bed is deliciously soft. You just fall into it, you sleep like a baby. And we have a nice veranda, so we've seen a lot of the various different countries go by as we watch we can watch from the bed, we can watch from our little sofa, we can watch from the veranda itself. So we love that part about it. Another thing is when you're on Azamara, there's a lot of free stuff. I call it free stuff. It's basically included in the price. But it's nice that you don't have to pay for any of these extra touches and these extra things. First of all, you get a pair of Azamazing slippers, which I love. Super soft, super comfy, and you can take them home. Another thing is you get a really nice tote bag with the Azamara Club Cruises logo on the front. You can take it with you on your port visits, you can take it home, you can use it on the beach. It's really quite handy. Another thing is beer, wine, bottled water, specialty coffees, sodas, they're all included. In fact, we have more bottled water in our stateroom than we know what to do with, and most other cruise lines will charge you for that. So that's a big deal. The beer and wine is very good here. You can pay for higher end cocktails and things like that, but if you just want wine with dinner, it's included in the price. It's all very good wine. You're not sort of nickeled and dimed on those particular items, so that's a nice feature. Another thing is there's a DIY laundry. You do your own laundry, but you don't have to put coins in. Yay! And you can do your laundry while you're at sea, which is really nice. You don't have to pay to have it done. So the free stuff, big part of it. Thirdly, food all the time. Really good food. We just did a little bit of a video on the brunch that they're having today. It's another Azamazing brunch. Unbelievable the amount of food and the different types of food and the high quality of the food that you can get. It starts with breakfast, and you have the breakfast buffet that goes for a few hours in the morning. Unbelievable variety of delicious food. Then you've got the lunch restaurants and the lunch buffet, which we always end up in the buffet because it's great and you can have exactly as much as you want of whatever you want. You don't get stuck with one plate of food that you feel like you have to finish. We love the buffets. All kinds of desserts, gluten-free items, vegetarian items. It's all really nicely there, and you can do that whenever you want to. Now in the afternoon, if you get hungry, like if you didn't eat enough at lunch, you can come up here and they have a little sandwich platters for you, and then they also do tapas later in the day. So you can have a drink, you can have a sandwich, you can have tapas, and it keeps you going throughout the day. So that's a really nice touch too, like right around 3 o'clock I get hungry, so we head up here. So that's really nice. Also, they gave us fruit to order in our room. They said, what kind of fruit do you like? We go, well, we like bananas. Every day we get bananas in our stateroom, sometimes oranges too, which is a nice touch. So we love that part about it. Also, there's a couple of really nice high-end specialty restaurants here, which I think you might want to try. There's one that's the Steakhouse, which is really nice, and then another specialty restaurant as well. And we'll feature those in the comments, and you're going to see pictures of them as we go. Now, the fourth thing that really sets Azamara above the rest is the shore excursions. It's all about cultural immersion with Azamara. You're not just going and dragged around to various different sites, you know, with a tour guide. I mean, yes, you do see the sites with a tour guide, and the tour guides are very good, very entertaining. But in addition, they tack on a little immersion event too. For example, yesterday we were in Kotor when we did the tour of the Old Town, which is just gorgeous. We loved it there. But on top of that, we then got on the bus. We went up to a farm, like a working farm in Kotor. We tasted some of their insanely alcoholic grappa. I would use it to clean tile, frankly. It's so alcoholic. Took a little taste, that was fine with me. They had special juices, they had prosciutto, which is called prosciutto in their language, cheeses, and then we were treated to a concert from the professor of flute in the local university, and it was beautiful. He also sang for us, a beautiful voice, a wonderful, wonderful musician. It was just really magical. Now, prior to that, we had gone to Olympia, which is very hot, so be aware. When you go to Olympia to see where the Olympics were born and see the remnants of that particular area up there, it's really hot even in September. So if you go during July or August, be ready. Take your electrolytes, take your water, take your little sun umbrella if you can. Super hot. So anyway, we were hot, we were tired, and we load on the bus, and I had forgotten that there was another little segment to this excursion. And it was really nice. They took us to a agriturismo in and around the area. It was the port of Catacolan. And so we went there. It was an Italian lady. They set up this beautiful B&B, and they do olive oil and stuff, or not B&B, agriturismo. They do olive oil production there and other things like honeys and olives and things like that. So they gave us a little blurb on olive oil and had us taste the olive oil, and I thought that was it. And then we go sit down in their beautiful patio that was cooled with these misters, so it wasn't too hot. And they gave us a whole dinner full of appetizers, almost like tapas, but it was enough for dinner. We skipped dinner after that. It was amazing. Things like they had some prosciutto and some cheese and things like that, but they also had some specific Greek specialties. Baklava was there. Somehow the chickpeas in Greece are amazing, and I got to find a recipe for that because it was so good. There was that. Then you've got the Greek wine, and then these Greek dancers came out and did a whole performance, and then of course everybody got up and did a big conga line throughout the place. It was really, really fun. So we felt pretty revitalized after that, and we felt like we'd had just a taste of what it's like there. What kind of culture, what kind of food, what kind of wine. And that's really what sets Azamara apart, is their cultural immersion experiences, which are just really, really cool. So beyond that, the other thing that really sets them apart is the staff. And I have to say our captain is hilarious. He gets on the hooter up there and he starts telling us all kinds of things about springs and ropes and this here and that here. We're going at this many knots. I don't know what knots are, but it's just, he's very, very excited about what he does. He wants us to be excited, and you do get excited. He's like, ooh, that many knots, that's fabulous. What are knots? I don't know, but it's fabulous. Another thing is they have a parade of all of the staff, and they show where they're all from. They all have flags from their countries. So this is a totally international place, a ship that features international staff. The staff are very happy. That to me says they're treated really, really well. And they are there to cater to your every need, which is kind of unusual for me. I'm sort of independent person, but it's almost like I put my hand out and think apple juice and it appears. And I love that about this staff. So that's pretty much in a nutshell a lot of what, there's so much other things, and you're going to see it throughout the video of this ship. But there's a lot that sets it apart, but those were my favorite bits there. So our tour ends tomorrow. We're heading towards Venice right now. Happy to be back in Italy, but sad to end off on this beautiful, beautiful cruise. So Pete and I are ready to take your bookings. Call us. We're going to book you on an Azamara beautiful cruise and cultural immersion experience.